Well, thank you, Vinny. Great presentation there, my friend. But I am bringing in a creep, and this is actually going to go the opposite way of your creep. I'm talking about Mike Milbury. Mike Milbury signed with the Bruins as a free agent November 5th, 1974.
Why do I know Mike Milbury?
Oh, because he's the voice of NBC Sports for NHL hockey.
Oh,
up until last year.
Yes. I do know who that is.
Very famous guy.
Okay.
He spent
What did he do?
He spent 2 seasons with the Rochester Amherst, Western Americans, here in Rochester. In both of those seasons, he led the club in penalty minutes, 246 and 75 and 199 and 76. He was a goon. Okay. When you lead the team in penalty minutes, you're just going out there to fight people. That's what your role is, especially in the 70s on the team. Now, fast forward.
That's why I didn't play hockey as a teenager. I was like, I would like to. They were like, what position do I play? I was like, goon. And they were like, no.
I want to punch people in the face. What do you mean, what position do I want to play? Put me on defense, left wing? I don't give a shit.
They told me no, but to be fair, it was probably because I was a pussy.
Yeah. They're like, no, you're probably going to accept more punches.
I talk a big game.
Yes.
I talk a big game.
All right. So he's in the AHL with the Amherst, is a goon. The coach of the Bruins at the time loves that style of play, calls him up. Fast forward, December 23rd, 1979, we're in New York City, Madison Square Garden. Think about this. Christmas time in Manhattan. What could be lovelier than that? You are downtown Manhattan 2 days before Christmas. The Bruins and the Rangers are playing a game. Now,
it's a rivalry game.
There's a rivalry game there for sure. Boston and New York, they got a thing going on. Well, the game ends. Phil Esposito goes in for a breakaway. He's down 4-3. The Rangers are. And great save by the goaltender. End of the game, the Bruins win 4-3.
Oh, no.
The fans are not happy about this.
Yeah, I feel like I'm there, Carl. You're painting such a picture.
The fans are not happy about this. And the players are a little upset with each other, too. So they're yelling at each other a little bit, and then the fans get involved.
But I'll tell you, well, we've got a little thing going on here between Beaton and Secord. As the fans are now getting involved. As O'Reilly is out into the stands. And this is going to be something. O'Reilly's into the stands fighting with a Ranger fan, and all the Bruins are going over. Gilbert is in there, Peter McNabb. They're all in the stands. McNabb's going up to grab somebody about 7 or 8 rows up.
Down. Okay, so apparently what happened was...
I see no problem here so
apparently
far.
What happened was, now, the glass is very low back then. I didn't realize. I've been a hockey fan all my life. I didn't realize the glass was so low in 1979. Because of this game, they changed that, by the way.
Insurance premium seemed more reasonable.
So the guy grabbed his program, folded up, and hit one of the Bruins in the face with that, and then grabbed the Bruins stick. And that's why they started going up and over and going in. Now, there's a bunch of fans involved in this. And you just saw this guy, he's climbing up to the 7th row in order to track him down because he's trying to get away from it.
Yes. In skates.
They're still in their uniforms. It's a whole thing going on. So here comes my creep, Mike Milbury, who we're going to see appear out of nowhere after he sees his teammate.
I have a feeling he's going to end up being my favorite player of all time after this.
After we see his teammate going after this guy. We don't know what this guy did at all. We have no idea. He's not the guy who started it.
McNabb's going up to grab somebody about 7 or 8 rows up.
Number 26.
Well, this is too bad that after the game is over, it gets out of hand like this.
He's ripping the fan's shoe off, and boom,
you gotta worry about a spectator.
With his own shoe. He took the fan's shoe off. The other player already has him down. He pulled his shoe off and smashed him with his own shoe. Yeah. I know what you're thinking.
I see no problem here.
I know what you're thinking.
Again, this guy's awesome.
Can we see that in slow motion? We
yes,
sure can.
I was thinking
yes,
that kind of. Yes.
There he's got the shoe. He's ripping it off. Give me that fucking shoe, you asshole. And now, with full force, right down on the guy, smacks him.
To be fair, we can't tell if he made contact.
Well, we're going to find out that he did make contact in just a moment. But I just want to show more of this brawl first.
Please.
Because this is epic.
Amazing.
This is like the movie Slapshot. This you didn't think that this kind of shit actually happened, but it did.
And you got to worry about a spectator.
So he's got to...
Well, the Bruins are at a decided disadvantage, Fred, with those skates, and somebody could get seriously hurt. Oh, this does the game no good at all. The breakout, but they failed to clear the ice at the end of the game. And all the Bruins, it seems, are over the dasher and into the stands. Terry O'Reilly was first. They were battling, and Just a wild scene at Madison Square Garden.
He still wants at him. Look, he's got his fists all balled up. He's like, come on, let me get a couple more shots on his asshole. Now, you might think, what a great guy he is.
I'm thinking this is the coolest thing ever.
You're thinking it's the coolest thing ever.
He's the fucking Ron Artest of the NHL.
That's what you're thinking. But hold on a second, because Mike Milbury was interviewed about this just last year on a show called Spittin' Chicklets. Mm-hmm. It's over on Barstool Sports. Mm-hmm. And they asked him about this incident.
So Madison Square Garden at the time was not a very good place to play. I mean, they'd throw shit at you. They'd throw batteries or empty bottles, and there was no security getting through the gate at that time. You just came in with whatever you came in with.
Okay, so the fans there had been unruly in the past, these New York fans.
And honestly, that's why the Rangers were all just standing there watching it. They're just like, oh, these guys are assholes and probably deserve it.
Yeah, well, or they're thinking like, hey, let those guys fight for us. We're not going to do it. About time the fans helped us out a little bit.
Never been a Rangers fan.
Not me neither. All right, so now he tells the tale of how this all unfolded, because we saw him come out of nowhere and just grab this guy's shoe and start whacking him with it. Like, why was he involved in this?
And then, because I know it's Madison Square Garden, right off the ice, I go right into the locker room. It's 2 days before Christmas. We won the game. The Budweiser's on ice in the locker room, cold. We're ready to go. Going to be a Christmas holiday. And nobody follows me in. I'm like, what the hell? And so finally Cheevers came in, and I said, well, Jerry, where is everybody? He said, there's some sort of beef going on there. So, teammates do what teammates do. I run back. I left my gloves, my stick, everything in the locker room. And I get to the ice level at Madison Square Garden. You guys know where the visitors jump onto the ice. And the stairs are to the left. I never got to the ice surface. I just walked up the stairs. And I see O'Reilly, McNabb, and a bunch of other guys, but McNabb's up highest. And he's my buddy. He sit beside him in the locker room. So I got to go up there and, he's already got the guy over the chair, so his feet are up in the air, right? And I have no fucking clue why I'm there. Why am I here? Why am I in this position?
What happened?
I went from I was singing Christmas carols to my heart was racing like 1,000 beats a minute. It was nuts.
So this guy, totally unprovoked, started beating a guy with his own shoe. Didn't even know what was going on. Was in the locker room when all this was happening. Just comes out and goes, "Whoa, we're fighting people. Let's go." What do we do? We fight everyone? That's crazy.
This guy is not only awesome,
he's a
good teammate.
He's a creep.
I cannot believe you're going out like this.
Well,
I hope you enjoy spinning the wheel next week.
According to Mike Milbury, he didn't even do anything.
So I gave him I don't know what happened there. I just had a brain cramp and grabbed his shoe, shitty little penny loafer, and hit him on the thigh.
That was not a penny loafer.
I got 6 games, no satisfaction really from not being able to smack the guy. By the way, down below, guys were going to town on some of these other fans. They were getting their licks in really good. I didn't do anything.
I can't care that I can't say that I care for him being a little bit of a rat there.
Yeah.
Everybody was doing way worse than me. Own what you did. You smacked a guy with his shoe. You hit him once, and honestly, it didn't look that bad to me. It was a cheap penny loafer, and it's really a funny story.
It was not a cheap penny loafer. Did you see how hard it was to get him off his foot? It was a boot. And we were talking about December 23rd in New York. No one's wearing a penny loafer.
The guy was wearing Italian leather loafers.
He's lying, obviously.
The only thing that happened was the penny fell out, and the guy was upset about it.
Well, they were more than just upset about it.
Okay.
Those fans sued us for $7 million at the time, by the way. That got thrown out, fortunately.
All right. So, Vinny, here's this guy. Mm-hmm. He's just a goon. Mm-hmm. He just knows that they were beating up fans. Let's go beat up fans and just start smacking people with their own shoe.
He's great.
Out in the stands. And so then he gets a job on NBC, and he's critiquing other hockey players. Uh-huh. For example, I'm sure you're familiar with Ovechkin.
Yeah.
One of the greats from
Alexander Ovechkin from the Washington Capitals.
One of the greats from this generation. Well, he was calling out Ovechkin recently, and I guess he doesn't care for Ovechkin faking injuries.
And when you're a big star like this, you don't have to act like a baby. This is ridiculous embellishment. He should be embarrassed by this, and so should his teammates. That is silly. That you get up and act like a man, for God's sake. And this one, move your butt along the wall. You're just standing there. I've seen this for 3 years. You'd think somebody would figure this out and tell him that he's got to move. And look at the effort on the back check there. Are you kidding me? This is a guy that makes a ton of money. He owes it to his owner. He owes it to his coach. And watch him change, line change on the goal. That is inexcusable behavior, unacceptable for a coach, especially a rookie coach like Adam Oates. That guy ought to be held accountable. And today,
they pull Brayton Holtby, and Ovechkin's going to play the whole third period.
Yeah, and after he got hit in the head, how many minutes did he play on that power play?
He played
all 2 minutes.
Yeah.
All 2 minutes. Disgusting.
So I have to say,
what's your point?
I have to say that Mike might be a guy that could actually go after players for not being good teammates based on what we saw him doing in the 70s and watching Ovechkin not even get back for a back check and just skate off the ice while the other team's coming into the zone and scoring a goal.
Karl.
He might have standing on this one.
Karl.
He might have standing. So the incident resulted in the installation of higher glass panels and closing the rinks in hockey arenas. So he is the reason why you don't catch a puck when you go to the game anymore. You used to be able to catch a couple pucks.
It's this guy. It's not insurance.
It's his fault for going up over the stands and fighting with the Rangers fans. Vote for Karl, thecreepoff.com.
Okay, I'm going to start off with this. It's not a stadium. Secondly, I'm going to say this.
Oh, fuck off.
This guy's pretty fucking cool.
Fuck off.
My guy's a degenerate douchebag who's teaching his 15-year-old kid how to murder an old man.
Also pretty cool.
Wow.
Also pretty cool.